Hi, it's Sandra here from Creating Spain. Today I saw a video on pan pastels and I hadn't come across them before and I was a little curious about them. And so I watched the video that the company puts out, the company that makes them, and I thought, that's interesting. Now I happen to have two lots of pastels. I have water-soluble wax pastels and I have these more chalky variety which are from either Aldi or Lidl. I think it was Lidl, I'm not sure, it might have been Aldi, can't remember, one or the other. So I certainly don't want to buy any more pastels, but I was somewhat intrigued that they could be put on and smoothed on in a way that was quite useful for card edging, this sort of thing. And I don't know how well it shows up on the camera, but I've got a soft lavender colour here and then more of an olivey browny colour on the base. So I thought, interesting. So I got out my wax pastels and I got my blending tool and I took some of my pastel and I rubbed it on here and then I tried to rub it on the paper and nothing much happened. Oh, okay. So I then tried it with the chalkier ones and again, not much happened. So then I got out my old friend, Glycerin. I adore Glycerin. It's wonderful stuff. And all I did was I put it on my glass worktop, in fact, just put a dollop on there. Used my blending tool and soaked it up. I'm going to put this to one side. Now that is on watercolour paper. This is a normal sort of card, I think. So let's see what happens. I'm going to go for blue this time. And all I did was I scribbled onto my blending tool like so to get some colour on. And then did what you normally do with your inks, etc, etc, and it's perfect. It is absolutely brilliant. So there we go. Now you might say, well, you know, I've got inks, why on earth would I want to bother to do this? But it could be that you have colours in pastels that you don't have in your inks, and so that means you can use them for things you wouldn't otherwise use them. So let's show you what happens when I do the same thing with something from here. I think I'll go for a raspberry pink. I love this colour, it's really lovely. And it may change colour slightly because I've got traces of the blue on here because I haven't bothered to remove it. You can see it slightly darkens because it makes the pastel a bit damp. But then look at this. Da, da, da. Isn't this wonderful? Isn't that an easy way of doing your colouring? Oh, I love Glycerin. So I am absolutely thrilled to bits because it gives me another way of using pastels in the myriad of colours that I have here, which is wonderful. As well as meaning that I can keep my inks for things that inks do best, which is stamping, in any case. And I'm not going to run out of inks for my stamping because I've been using them for something else. So I think this is absolutely brilliant. I am very happy with that. And again, this one is normal card and this one is watercolour. So let's use a different colour. Let's go for a red this time. Now if it gets to the stage where it's not working very well, I'll just add a couple more drops of glycerin. But I've only glycerined it the once so far and it still seems to be fine. So there we go. That's the pink and I think I'll use a different blue. I do love these Tim Holtz blending tools. I did buy them myself, you know, I wasn't given them or anything, I did buy them because I couldn't find anything that would replicate the sponge basically. I could get my son to make the handles for me, I'm sure, but I couldn't get the sponge. replicated. So a little bit of the blue is coming through on there, but not too much, and I think it's getting a little drier now, so maybe I'll just put a tiny dab of glycerin on there, put it onto my work surface again, and change my colour to my paler blue. And I've got a nice blend here from the sort of the pinky colour to a lilac-y tinged blue here. So there we go. The other advantage of this is that this is easily transportable. You may be able to take this, for example, you can take these on a plane in your hand luggage without any difficulty, and it's not going to leak or anything like that. But certainly, you know, if you're taking things in a car or whatever and you don't want to put your inks in the car because if they're going to get overheated, they might start drying out, etc. And this works really, really well. So there we go, another way of doing colour blending. Thanks for watching. Take care now. Bye-bye.